sir has already shared a very good sound strategy, I will say. But my strategy is on the same line. Most of the people are clearing with the same strategy, but with certain individual modifications or customizations are needed. So I'm a person who believes in UPSC papers rather than any test series paper. I'm not going to demonize or criticize any class. See? So definitely I work in a government service, so sir is aware of that, right? I can't be linked with anyone. So I believe in UPSC papers and I believe in UPSC psychology. So try to analyze this paper, at least 14, why there is a new pattern since 14. So 14 to 19, you have to analyze the questions. Those who are given attempt, try to analyze why I made mistakes. Those who aren't given attempt, start with a clear perspective, clean rupture is needed. So how UPSC is making options? What are the trends in science and tech questions? What are the trends in environment? If I say roughly science and tech question 10 to 15 will be there. So as sir said, there are more current oriented or dynamic questions are there in science. So for static in science and tech, you can definitely go through India Yearbook chapter, because there are certain organizations which are associated with science and technology realm. You can go through India Yearbook. Then remaining things you can cover through any current resource, right? Current is very important. As he said, internet thing is very simple things. Now every year there will be one question on artificial intelligence. Why? You know, it is the like technology of the day. It is posing threat or it is going to be a blessing. Some kind of debate has been triggered all over the world. So try to analyze it. So in science, I think question on ISRO, DRDO, biotechnology, now recently artificial intelligence, and any new thing which we find in physics or in chemistry, new thing, we need to keep attention or give attention on that, right? Then environment, like any static book will give 5 to 6 questions only, because nowadays environment is also becoming equally, and he is an expert in environment, so equally dynamic. So I think you must be referring all this, sir, UNFCCC or UNEP such kind of sites, because what are recent updated programs, I think they are on that only. So environment current you can definitely cover well through that. Along with that, whatever current static source Shankar IS or whatever you must be referring, prefer that. And then I think UPSC is all about common sense. If you don't believe, it is common sense, which is very uncommon, no doubt, right? So because 80% questions can be solved by common sense. But I said it's very rare, because common sense is becoming very rare, because sometimes now we think a lot. Overthinking kills creativity, definitely applied in prelims. You overthink, you get confused, you get jumbled up and you make mistakes. So my simple funda is I will not spend more than a minute on a question. I don't know. I will skip, or I have to give a tukka, I will go for tukka. But I will not wait for a longer time, because it is going to be a psychological damaging, in the sense that in next questions it will have impact on your performance. A question doesn't matter, na? Because I think cutoff is around 100, it's pivoting around 100, 98, 104. So you hardly need 50 to 60 questions, right? So why you are worried about a single question from medieval India, which is not at all a concern? If they are asking what was the capital of Champa kingdom, nobody knows now, doesn't matter. That is not going to decide your... See, who is going to clear the prelims? People who are having common sense, in the sense, those who are good in static. Those are good in statics. This question should not be like, if a question is directly coming from Parliament chapter of Lakshmikant, and if you are making mistakes there, you need to put extraordinary effort in current affairs or any other area, or by luck, you need to have your tukkas right. Then only you will be able to compensate for the simple questions which should be correct. So there are 3 types of questions. First, सबको सब आने चाहिए, like 45 to 50 questions, like irrespective of the seniority and number of attempts. 50 questions, around 50 questions everybody can solve, and you have to solve with 95% accuracy, more than if possible 100% accuracy. Then 25 questions will be like B hai, D hai, A hai, C hai, like ambiguous kind of, that will be 25. And 10 to 15 questions, it's all about fluke, serendipity, luck, whatever words you want to use, but that is the circumstantial questions, because nobody knows. I told you now, medieval India, I'm not knowing, so it doesn't matter, na? Or sometimes a particular personality will be given and that is not mentioned in your spectrum, because spectrum is like Bible for history. If it is coming out of spectrum, you feel that paper is tough. History, I have done history for so many days and all that. Despite, don't take it on ego. If you are not knowing, skip it or give a tukka. But see, 10 to 15 questions are worthy to be skipped, though I don't skip. Because see, I don't know, I don't want to skip anything, but my humble suggestion will be for first attempter or second attempter, there are certain questions worthy to be skipped because some people are failing by 1 or 2 marks, even 0.33 cases I have seen. So if you skip a question, you are earning 0.66 marks. So realize this side. If you are giving 10 wrong questions, you are earning so many marks. Without not attempting itself is a gaining marks. Remember, because what to be skipped is a very critical part in prelims. Because as he said, fear psychosis has been created in the market. So many class test papers and all these things. Despite that, you feel that why I'm not able to solve. Doesn't matter. UPSC is not having connection with any class. They don't have an Nexus. So UPSC is going to come up with some different paper. Definitely, but based on your sound strategy, static preparation, I think you are able to tackle bare minimum questions which are critical to clear the prelims. You are able to clear the prelims only when you are not overthinking about all these things. See, you have to give the justice to each and every question, no doubt. So my simple strategy in first round, as everyone goes, the question about which I'm 100% cocksure, I will go for them. Second, but see, I will not lie to you, my score also speaks for that. In 16, I got 77 right means I solved 77 in first round. In 17, I solved some near about 69, 70, but 18, I got jumbled up. It was a tough paper. Those who are given, they know. Sir, तुम्ही दिला होता? 18 was a tough paper. We were for means, right? So 18 was a tough paper. So initially I got jumbled up because I am a person who is habit of having 70 questions right in first attempt, first round. So only this Internet of Things saved me. In first 10 questions I was knowing only one. Because I got confused between geosynchronous, geostationary, that Navy question was there, irons. So even I got question, it is 5500 or 1500. I got confused in all these things, First 10 questions I was completely like baffled. I'm a person who was having habit of this and all that, like what to do. 25 minutes I took a break. I went to washroom. I got relieved, and after that I never looked back. In not 1.5 hour, hardly 65 minutes were there. I attempted whole question, and in that year I scored 125 point something. Because see, I was not able to manage the pressure in 10 minutes. So I conveniently took a break. Boss, it's not your cup of tea, because this time it's getting different. And that year I had to join training, so huge compelling pressure. Rather than getting selected, like it's like, you're getting my point. So I took it on ego, and that was a wrong thing. Paper wasn't that tough, but I made it tough. Because I had huge expectation from myself. Dude, you scored 160, you scored 130, like that. So I went with expectation. Don't go with expectation. Don't go with predetermined cutoff. I don't know who are these pundits who are deciding all the cutoffs during paper itself. There are so many people. It was tough. Like, it's very tough to judge UPSC. So don't worry about that. So it happens with everyone. So what I want to say, D days is, sir has sent 30%, for me I guess 50%. Because see, one day before prelims I never sleep, I am not able to sleep. Despite all these being in service or having scored so well in prelims, despite that. So it's my personality. So, but you should take a sound tea, coffee, chocolate, whatever you want, because that is very much needed. One day before, you have to see centers, because I used to give in Delhi, so we need to go there, right? So that will happen. See, sources everyone knows. Strategy, this is my simple strategy. As he said, I never rely on a single source. Like Vision IS is a good source, or your target shots, no doubt, right? But I don't rely on a single source. They are reliable, but you need to, as he said, I go through index of GK Today, only index. It has helped a lot. GK Today or any class, whatever you want, at least have a 2 to 3 sources at your disposal for current affairs, because that will happen. Experimentation in test series, what I mean to say, sometimes just solve the question which you know perfectly. Sometimes go for tukkas, all tukkas. Sometimes solve 100 questions, like that. Different way, different strategies in here itself. So you need to understand. See, I am a person whose ancient Indian environment is very strong. So I guess in environment and ancient Indian, then also I get question right. So I know my strengths are environment and ancient. So I go for that. But even polity, I make 1-2 mistakes every year. I have made mistakes. Lakshmikant. So then don't be expert in anything. See, science, we want to take a pleasure. No, don't take pleasure. It's very simple. CRISPR-Cas9. I don't know what is CRISPR-Cas9, but I know that it is developed in China and it is related to biotech. That's it. Genome editing. That's it. Surface level knowledge in prelims. Prelim is all about extensive approach. You need to have a broader horizon for prelims. And see, definitely 10-15 questions in prelims will be needing like in-depth knowledge, but see, there will be hardly few questions. But in other cases, like 20 questions will be This term was recently in the news. It is related to what? Such kind of questions are there, and they are one-liners, and they are very dangerous. If you know, you know. If you don't know, don't know. These are the questions worthy to be skipped if you don't know. Skipping is an art, right? Then I haven't brought paper, but see, I have always watched for, sir might have, sir is also doing the same thing. These terms are very dangerous. Or anything like, 1 year there was a question on budget. So they have asked, Department of Revenue is making budget. But you should be aware, when they are asking some institution or some body is coming, you have to be cautious. There is a red alert. Boss, cautious. You accept easily and UPSC will, see these options will be there. These are very common sense, you know, but this is the only thing which will decide your, like whether you're right or not. So such kind of initiative you have to remember, or you should be aware of it. So it is made by Economic Affairs, no doubt, so everyone knows. But at this time, sometimes we will make mistakes. So any bodies like Ministry of Labor, sometimes we get confused in Ministry of Labor and skill development, Health, Family Welfare and Women and Children Development. So you need to be cautious. Suppose a scheme being asked, so you have to remember in a scheme, who is initiating it? What is the principal objective of that scheme? Like who are the principal beneficiaries, or what is the principal, like what was the scheme? Jan Dhan Yojana. Its objective was to remove financial untouchability or to enhance financial inclusion. You should be knowing single line, and UPSC has simple question only, right? So such kind of approach, see, you will be reading the same sources but only from perspective. You need to wear different lenses. Not of different power, but at least different lenses. Look at the question from a different angle. Suppose you are reading Lakshmikant or Spectrum. For mains, it's a different ball game. But for prelims, you are looking from the perspective of facts. Which amendment? What is major? Like simple lines. We need to remember. I think polity, Lakshmikant is sufficient. Spectrum for mains, for history is sufficient. Ancient India, I go for R.S. Sharma. I don't know how many people are reading. R.S. Sharma is a very good book. Then medieval I skip, because skipping is an art. See, I know I'm not a good person in medieval, so sometimes I used to read Lucent, but it has proved to be futile for me, so I skip medieval and I focus on ancient. So suppose 6 questions are asking, I will get 4 or 5 right in ancient, so that will be better now. So I don't go for, like, I don't want to be expert or perfectionist, because I know that despite that I will not be knowing 100 questions, but I will attempt 100 questions. That will be the trick. But depends. Why I attempt 100 questions? Because see, being a seasoned player and no fear. Fail doesn't matter. But people who are serious in this, me even serious also. But despite that, 80 to 85 you have to see. After that you have to attempt each and every question with calibration. Because one question is 0.66 or 2.66. It's always this game, and only, I think this is the only range. Most of the sincere and serious aspirant will fail in this range only. And I think, you know how many people, 10 to 20k people will be in this range. If you draw this normal distribution curve and all that. So, people who are like cutoff is 102. You know, in India, if they are taking 15k, minimum 4 to 5k people will be on 102. And how many people will be like us? Top 500, that's it. There will be huge gap between toppers marks and this cutoff. Like he is scoring suppose 130, I am scoring like this only. So you know 28 marks, very few people will be there, because this is the figure on which so many people will be there. So it's all about 0.33, 0.66 marks. So each and every question is equally important, right? So how to solve paper, how to manage D-Day. I told you through a narrative, I think I have explained beautifully. It happens with everyone, but how to manage. And second, in this paper, what happened? Being an engineer, mechanical engineer, little bit confident, I know everything, right? So what happened? GS paper was tough, because I went through a trauma during this paper. I was not aware. Sudhir was with me, so we were like eating pizza. I don't know, at least we are in service. He was IPS, I'm IRS. Okay, good. So what I took a pressure in CSAT, you know, I got slowed down, and you know, I hardly attempted 53 questions, which is not my DNA. I used to get like 150, but this year I solved very less questions. You know, at the end when I checked through keys, I was getting 120 plus easily by any key in GS, and I was worried about CSAT, and you know, I was ashamed. Being a mechanical engineer, person who has given so many lectures on prelims to n number of aspirants. So it can happen with everyone. I wanted to say through personal experience, but I scored decent, like 100, near about 100. But you know, keys are for CSAT are not reliable. So I got scared. And I got ruined. You know, first month I was thinking, anyways I will teach and I will enjoy, because anyway I'm having time. So like that, but you know, it happens with everyone. So be cautious. Who are coming from humanities or engineering, irrespective of the background, if you feel that you are feeling fearful in CSAT, give a due justice. It's all about giving nyai to the exam. This is very important. If you are not giving nyai, they will not give you nyai to you. Right? It's like always a reciprocity. See, UPSC gives justice to the Northeast, Himalayas, marginalized section of the society. So every year you will find question on Northeast, Himalayas. This is a simple strategy. UPSC thinks that in this way they are doing social justice. Because see, if they don't ask question on Northeast, nobody is knowing to go these 7 states. Anyone knows? Before UPSC, how many people were knowing that where is Meghalaya and where is Mizoram? We don't know even the capital, C. So it may happen. So this is a UPSC strategy. So try to focus on that. My point is, I want to drive home is that Northeast should be prepared well from geographical perspective or from environmental perspective. They will ask Brahmaputra, Tista, they like it. Every year they will ask it. There is a simple strategy. And Himalayas also, like what are the tribes living there, like pastoral and all that kind of things you need to focus. So I think this is the only one word behind my all these so-called scores in prelims is like I analyze paper of UPSC. Definitely I attempt all the test series sometimes through Telegram, but I don't solve paper like exam kind of environment. I'm not that kind of, I'm little bit fickle kind of person who I can't sit for 2 hours first of all. That's why if I have to solve test paper, I will solve in 1 hour, whatever, like 50-60 questions I will get right, but I will solve in 1 hour. But those are patient enough, calm and composed, go for exam kind of environment. And I think in Pune we are having super facilities. When we were preparing, we had to go to Delhi and to take polluted air just because we were not having we were breathing polluted air because of that only. You need not to go Pune, pohe, chai, Shinde's chai. So, you know, you don't get all these things in Delhi. Despite having money, we manage some, but no, it's very tough. So in Pune itself, so you may be feeling relative deprivation. People in Delhi, they are very normal people. I was sitting in Kesagar and I scored in 15 also quite well. So it really doesn't. While preparing MPC, I scored well in UPSC. So it really doesn't matter. So I think your strategy is very important, irrespective of your location, state of preparation. Now, if you see, in 90 days also, you can easily crack the prelims. Easily crack the prelims. First, confidence is very important. Kill the fear. Those who have given previous attempts, get rid of that past baggage. I know it's very easy to say. Even I am not able to get rid of that, but it's very easy to say, but try to at least not eliminate, but minimize the fear of past. Girls or boys with having different kind of pressure, right? So get rid of that family, manage family also, because family is very important, and find time for positive people. Those who understand, like your college friends here also in preparation, some of the people, some Samadukhi kind of people, those who understand each other, otherwise he said, in the last month, people in the libraries will come, you haven't read this? Oh, it's very good, and nowadays it's an era of information overload. Because of that, what is happening? Telegram, there will be new booklet every other day, and you are a human being, and we forget it. We are not robots, we are not automatons, so we should be cautious about that. It's very much important. What happens now? We get dragged in this. I think there is huge to say about prelims, but I think practice makes man perfect. Only preparation is not sufficient, but along with preparation, you need to have a sound strategy. And according to me, it constitutes 50% to be successful. 50% is how you manage D-Day. Because these 2 hours, and you fail by a mark or a 2, that means a question. So managing pressure itself will. So we must be getting 10 questions right more than others. But 10 question means 20, and if I would have got wrong, how much marks? At least 3 questions. So if you see my marks, every year I have actually got a margin of 26-30 marks because of this only, and 10 questions I solve by strategy. Obviously knowledge is there, I don't deny, because I have prepared for MPSC also, I got selected in MP also. So my objective approach has been a very good, no doubt. But despite that, I said strategy works. Because in 15 I got confused with MPSC and UPSC. MPSC will ask very minute matters, and UPSC is a very simple thing. So in 15 I made a mistake in C. Rajagopalachari, I think Salt Satyagraha. I was thinking whether it will be Tanjore or Malabar, MPSC, because 5 days before I appeared for STI and I got jumbled up with that. It happens. See, I am giving my frank opinion. So it happens with everyone. But despite tackling that, if you're having a huge base, so that's why I attempt 100. Doesn't matter. I get minimum 70 right. So I know nobody is going to fail me. So if I get 30 questions right, negative also, then also I will score 120. But don't attempt 100 unless and until competent, or unless and until situation compels, right? So all the best.
Any of your doubts, sir would be happy to address it. एक specific doubt अगर कुछ है.
हाँ. Definitely in future I will be coming. Actually, my training is getting over in one month only. So if I have to give attempt, I will come to Pune only. I have to come. Means like thinking. No, some people are saying that why you are increasing our competition. I don't know. I'm an old man. Like 1.5 years back, I prepared for prelims. So I don't know P of prelims. I will start if I have to start.
Any doubts in your mind?
Sir, can you please just repeat the like how to solve above 70 questions, like 70 to 85 question after 70?
You know, I have never faced this situation, but I will. Because if I solve 17 first round, na, so clearing the prelim. So, you know, that confidence will come in the prelim paper. You know, in 16, I was getting so many rights, I was fearful that it cutoff will be 140. Because, see, consecutively I solved almost 77 questions. I thought, if I am knowing it, means everyone is knowing. Then I came to know that OBC cutoff was 110 and I was 158. But don't decide in paper also. But you see, 65 70 is a decent amount in actually. 70 above, I think one thing is luck. Luck and obviously. Sometimes in strategy I have seen meticulous observation is needed. Sometimes we ignore, overlook unintentionally. It's not your intention. I think we have made mistakes in those. So many people made mistake in that preamble or fundamental duties. 1 year they asked to protect the sovereignty, something like that, which is a part of fundamental duties. But UPSC is UPSC, na? So they give preamble first, and in temptation most of the people, I mark FD only, but most of the people mark preamble because it's temptation. It's so easy, I know it. So don't go with this feeling. Even simple questions, give a twice reading because it sometimes temptation is going to kill you.
I would suggest कि silly mistakes भी avoid कर लो ना.
तो भी पास हो जाते.
तो भी पास हो जाओ. और silly mistakes मतलब ऐसे question जिसमें आपको पता है, लेकिन on the spot आपका मतलब आप conscious नहीं रहते, आपका attentive नहीं है, and you make a mistake. तो वैसे mistake भी नहीं करोगे ना, I am damn sure कि आपका selection होगा.
Exactly.
सिर्फ silly mistakes avoid करो, ठीक है? Extra efforts के लिए मत जाओ.
How many of you are you fearful that there are so many senior people, like so many people are, they are very well prepared. So because of that first attempt is basically, I was having fear. That was a genuine fear. It happens. Get rid of it. Doesn't matter. Seniors are in a different trauma. Means we are in different trauma. If I don't clear, I take it like ego. You know, I scored so well. I may fail in 20 prelims. Doesn't, because I'm not that prepared, but if it happens, people will say, this was a person who gave so many lectures on prelims. It can happen with everyone. UPSC is not our monopoly. We haven't monopoly. No? So UPSC, don't judge UPSC, don't predict UPSC, but just try to analyze and try to understand their psychology. If they are asking a question, I think 50 question, they will give answer in question itself. And try to, that is the art. And if you develop that art, you can easily score 130s and 40s. Easily. That is swiftly I'm saying. If you are very prepared, 160 also. But that is not the need of the need. This much score is also not needed. But I'm telling you, if you just follow simple strategy, eliminate silly mistakes, 5 questions correct. Follow strategy, 5 more questions. Okay, na? We fail by 2-3 marks only. Sincere, serious, so-called aspirants, they will fail by 2-3 marks or 1-2 questions.